Mikey.
Status word.
Relic.
I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know we pour Patron, we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know I'm never wrong when we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know we pour Patron when we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know I'm never wrong when we pouring up.
Mikey.
Status word.
Relic.
I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know we pour Patron, we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know I'm never wrong when we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know we pour Patron when we pouring up. I just hit the club, I'm in my zone, we rolling up. And you know
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Smooth. Let's get to it, man. First story time. Make sure like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth, man. I ain't been live on YouTube in a while. Couple days. I ain't been live on Facebook in a couple days, but we about to break this all the way down. I got 3 parts of this. This story time, part 1, moving to Vegas. See what I'm saying? It's gonna be part 1, moving to Vegas. Part 2, the pros and the cons. And part 3, will I advise the next man to move to Vegas? So this part 1, actually moving to Vegas. So check it out. Make sure like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know if y'all feeling this type of content. This is my first story time ever, so I told y'all I was gonna come with some more different type of content. This story time right here. So check it out. This part 1, moving to Vegas. Moved to Vegas 2021. It's like post-COVID, or like the last leg of the COVID. And I know COVID's still here, so don't try to clown me or whatever. But I'm talking about like it was really going down, like the mandates, the mask mandates. You know, the strip was just coming back because previously me and my wife, which was my fiance at the time, we visited uh, Vegas before we moved there in 2020. That was the first time I ever in my life seen the strip shut down, like no lights, no nothing. Time to remember, man. I was time to be alive. That probably never happened again, honestly. But that was that type of time we was in. So when we moved there in 2021, we moved there from Dallas, Texas. We actually drove a U-Haul with our car latched on to the back, hitched on, you know, we attached it to the U-Haul, and we drove the U-Haul from Dallas, Texas to Las Vegas, Nevada. That took approximately about 25 hours. 24, 25. We took a little rest stop in New Mexico, like an hour. Got a little sleep, a little Z's in. And yeah, man, we packed up and left. I was living in Dallas, Texas, DFW area from like 2012 to 2021. So you do the math. I was there for a long time. I got a lot of things accomplished in DFW area. I got my license, got my first spot. Like DFW actually grew me to the man I am. You know, it helped me a lot growing. It helped me a lot just realizing a lot of things, you know, doing being self-efficient, you know, having my own spot, paying bills, money management. I had to figure it out. Met my fiance there, which eventually became my wife and mother of my child today. I had a lot of things go on in deal. Like I said, first spot, got my license finally. Just like straighten a lot of things out. Met my wife to be, but we haven't moved because it was just time to go. When it's time to go, you just feel it in your gut. And my wife is actually from Las Vegas, Nevada, so her family was there. My mother-in-law, my brother-in-laws, my auntie-in-laws, my cousin-in-laws, all of them was there. So it just made sense. We had lost a child. So we was going through, a little difficult time. It was a little rough patch in our situation, which made us stronger today. But at the time, my wife was sad. She wanted to be around family, so I decided let's move to Vegas. I had to make that executive decision, and we moved to Vegas. For real, man. That's really what it was about. That's why we moved for real. Honestly, I was like the main reason. Like my woman wanted to be close to her family. You know, she missed her family. She ain't seen them in a few years. I originally lived in Vegas when I was like 10. My baby brother was born in Vegas. So I was just ready to ready to live as a grown man. I thought like it'd be great. It'd be good for the situation. Who was going through it, it'd be good just to say, just to mark it off the checklist. I lived on the West Coast as a grown man. And I love the West Coast. Honestly, that's like the best place geographically, as far as like the weather, the scenery, things like that. It was enticing. I felt like it was the right move. I just felt like, at that time, I felt like that was the right move to make, man. So, like I said, we packed up in Dallas, Texas. We was actually staying in Dallas/Carrollton/Plano area. If anybody in the DFW or familiar with the DFW, you should know. You should know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, we moved, man. Packed our bags, moved, man. We sold the car. I had a Grand Marquis at the time on 24s. 24s, man. It was nice, sparkly. I love that whip, man. Sold the whip, packed up. U-Haul. Hold on, y'all. My baby girl here acting up. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me just 1 second. All right, my fault, y'all. I had to go tend to my daughter real quick. But like I was saying, we had moved from Dallas, Texas to Las Vegas. I'm gonna break it down, give y'all break down the financials. Some people like, how much did it cost? Whatever. It cost for the U-Haul and all that, and the gas or whatever. For the U-Haul was probably about 1,000. 1,000, 1,100, give or take. Gas was like 300, like 300, 250, 300. And so give or take about 13, 1,400 to move, whatever. Pack up, move, just like that. Uh, my mother-in-law, we stayed with her for a while. So we had a place. We didn't have our own place at the time. We stayed with our mother-in-law till we figured, well, my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, until we figured it out. So yeah, we had a place to stay as soon as we got there. And the drive, let me just break down the drive. The drive was horrible, man. I drove, man. I did all the drive. The drive was horrible. I'll never forget this drive because, hey, it's gonna take a lot of time, like 12 hours, 10 hours, something just to get through Texas. Anybody who did road trips, they know I ain't lying. So that's the situation with that. Um, okay. Then you gotta go through Texas, right? And then you gotta go, I believe it's Texas, New Mexico, Phoenix, then Vegas. Something like that. You gotta go through like 3 states. Yeah. Till you make it to Nevada. But once you get to Nevada, coming from Texas, Las Vegas, like really right on the edge. So you good on that point. You ain't gotta drive that much longer when you get to Nevada. But once you get to like New Mexico, you gonna get like all this crazy type of terrain, man. The road's gonna get crazy. You're gonna have to go uphill. You're gonna have to go uphill, downhill, through the mountains. And that's the situation I did. You think you're gonna be driving regular, but you really going slow as hell. Like you going up the hill like an incline. So it's crazy, man. Your ears gonna be popping, and it's just not a good situation, man. You gotta be a real whipper, man. You gotta be a real certified whipper, like straight up and down, man. No ifs, ands, or buts. But make sure, like, share, subscribe. This story time part one, moving to Vegas. So yeah, man, the drive was crazy. I guess we had to stop for gas probably like 2, 3 times. Yeah, probably like 2, 3 times. As soon as we got there, man, as soon as we got there, we went to the dispensary. I believe we was in the, nah, we weren't in the U-Haul. We had dropped the U-Haul off and unlatched the car and drove to the dispensary. If I ain't mistake. But yeah, man. As soon as we got there, we was staying in Summerlin. All my people in Nevada and Vegas right now, they know about Summerlin. It's in Summerlin off the Rango, I believe. Off the Rango. I believe that was the street we was staying on, off the Rango. But yeah, it was in some nice little townhome. Shout out to my mother-in-law for letting me stay with her, whatever the case may be. I appreciate my mother-in-law. I love her, so appreciate her for all that. You know, she looked out. It was my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. He probably like 10, 11 now, right? He was probably like 8, 8, 7, something like that. Yeah, he was young. But yeah, like when we got there, it was like, just had to find my way. It's a culture shock, man. It was just different, weather different, all that. Like this time, like Stimmies was coming in. We moved there like February, March. So them Stimmy said that came to 2021. Taxes came. So I ain't worked for like the first 3 months. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was chilling. I was big chilling, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was some good times, man. Just exploring Vegas, man. It was some good times. I ain't gonna lie. It was some chill times, man. It was cool, figuring stuff out, finding my way, finding my paths, seeing what's going down. And like another thing, like Vegas employment, it ain't really what it's cracked up to be. Vegas really straight tourist city. It's not really meant for you to stay there. That's how I feel, man. It's not really meant for you to live there for real. But that's really part one, like real talk. Man. Like, share, and subscribe. Like moving up was cool. Pros and cons. Like I said, we came from Dallas, sold the car, uh, got the U-Haul, drove a U-Haul with a car attached. That was crazy. Took about 24 hours and some change. 24 hours and some change. My family was nervous as hell, calling me like, "Oh, y'all made it? Yeah, y'all made it." They was just nervous, man. I ain't never did nothing like that. I ain't never drove across the country, but it was my faith. It was my, it was the divine. It was the Most High guiding me, man. That's who I'm gonna give the praise to. The Most High kept me and my lady safe. Anything could have happened. Flat tire, ran out of gas, anything. Now that I look back on it, man, that was crazy, crazy ass journey. But we here now. That was then. This is now. But it's story time, so I'm just breaking it down for y'all. And yeah, so like I said, I ain't worked. I did not work for like the first 3 months for sure, and then I found an odd job till I got right, and I just figured it out, man. I figured it out straight up. I figured it out. It's crazy looking back, like man, I was determined. I was determined just to make it work because like when you determined for something, it's like nobody can tell you nothing. Like you just eager, you just headstrong. But yeah, like that's part one, man. Part two coming soon, man. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all everything, man. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth. One and all, you can't call me, so you might as well troll me. Leave them comments down below. I appreciate y'all. This story time, part one, moving to Vegas. Part two gonna be pros and cons, man. Part two gonna get serious. I'm telling you, people from Vegas do not. This is a disclaimer. Do not try to come out my head, man. Don't try to talk down on me. This is my experiences. I lived it. I lived there. I know if y'all natives, if y'all from there, y'all probably gonna disagree with a lot of things I'm saying part two, but just remember, this is my experience. You can't take away my experiences. This is what I feel like. This is how I express myself. I'm not really bashing y'all. It's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Pros and cons, part two. Stay tuned. I should be live tomorrow on part two. And part three is gonna be will I advise somebody to stay there? Part three gonna be even part three. It's gonna get real serious on part three. But I'm trying to see. Okay, what I was doing within the 3 months, hitting the dispensary all the time, traveling back and forth to Henderson a lot because my wife, she was raised in Henderson. So we was going to her old neighborhood, the gardens. Anybody in Henderson right now, they know about the gardens. It was in the gardens like every damn day. What else we was doing? We really weren't going to the strip like that. The strip played out. Everybody know in Vegas. If you live in Vegas, you don't go to the strip. You kick it outside the strip. The strip is like horrible as far as like congestion, pricing, no free parking, stuff like that. Yeah, the strip be crazy, man. Especially now. It's just overboard. But I'm gonna leave that later. For later part two, I believe. And yeah, that's what I was doing for them 3 months, man. I was really just chilling hard, man. Chilling for the most part. But yeah, man, tell me what y'all feel about part one, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Comment down below. It's all love, man. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth. Stay tuned for part two, pros and cons. It's part one, moving to Vegas. I appreciate y'all. Love.
We was pulled up. First off, got no